Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Saturday Morning Momentum. This is episode 37 of our weekly show, mainly weekly. Sometimes we do skip here or there, but it's our 37th episode of Saturday Morning Momentum for 2025. Very excited to be back to see everyone. We were not here last week because I was out of town, but this little time that we're spend together, 2 hours with a power hour built in, is for us to try to make some headway in projects, goals, aims, whatever you want to use this time for. But we set some intentions, we try to get it done, we come together as a community to support one another, and we just really enjoy spending our time together, because I'm being joined together with Laurie and Lee and our community in the chat. So we love to know what y'all are up to and what y'all are planning to use your time for this morning. So I'm Kat of Kat's Novel Adventures, and I think that's pretty much all I have to say. Oh, if anybody's watching on replay, please make sure that you let us know what you got up to in Power Hour. We do have friends that use our Saturday Morning Momentum to get stuff done, and they let us know what they're doing. So I love that, because then it makes me feel like, our community is rocking and rolling out there. So welcome, Laurie and Lee. How are y'all?
Pretty good.
How did y'all do last week? Did y'all enjoy your little mini vacation from Saturday Morning Momentum?
I felt like I still had to be productive during that time. I was like, no, still use this time wisely.
Yeah, same. We had a birthday party that day, so I had to get some stuff together, and but I missed you guys. I did.
Yes, I did too. I just felt like there was something missing.
Yeah.
Even though we were doing other stuff, I'm like, I feel like I should be somewhere right now.
Yeah.
So how did your week go, Laurie?
It was a chaotic week, but I guess I should have known that it would be. I'm taking some time off the next couple of weeks, or I'm only working a little bit and not with live clients until the 2nd of January. But because of that, a lot of people squeezed in, to try to get one more before the end of the month. And then I had like meetings. I had a 2-hour meeting on Wednesday. I had a 2-hour meeting on Thursday. And I was just like, by the time I got to yesterday. So I'm hoping that, this is the start of some just relaxation and reading. And but I love it, and I make money, and I'm not complaining, but it's just, and this time of year, we're wrapping gifts.
Mm-hmm.
Buying a few today, it looks like, and had my cousins here from out of town, and so we were doing things with them, and so it was a bit much.
Well, I think we all kind of view this time as like winding down. You're trying to wind down the year. So anytime you have to like start something in the process of winding down, I think it does, at least for myself, it causes a little bit of overwhelming feelings, because it's like I'm trying to wrap this stuff up, and then I've got this new thing that I'm trying to do. And and I guess for your clients, some of them are trying to wrap up their year, and that's part of it. But
yes, exactly. Yes. And it's just like this. And then sometimes they don't show up, and so you sit and you wait and you spend on, but which is, it's just normal, things happen. But it was a lot this week, I would say. And a friend of mine wanted to have lunch this past week, and I was like, that's not gonna work. So I just knew that was not gonna work. So we'll do that next week or the week after. Yeah.
So how about you, Lee? How did your week go?
It's funny you said that, Laurie, because like in my planner under my intentions, I put a big box that said, say no.
Say no.
Because I was just like, everybody wants to do something. It's at the end. It's cutting into my energy. It's cutting into the time of things. I want to do things. You just have to say no. Like, that's what I want to do. I don't want to do anything. So I was like, no.
Yeah, absolutely. And I did have we did go to a concert. I know a couple of we went to see Leslie Odom Jr. I have an uncle whose name was Lee Odom. Anyway, It was gorgeous and it was peaceful. And I just felt, and the next day even I felt better. Like it was that grounding and centering. Sometimes we just need that. And so I said yes to that. I'm so glad I did. And we, of course, had bought the tickets, but I said no to pretty much everything else.
Yeah, I know. I understand that. It's like trying to juggle everything that you're trying to do.
Yeah.
You know, the minute somebody else asks, it's like as much as you want to have that connection in that time, it's like, I do need to get this done because what happens is then you're the one that's stressed out.
Right.
If you don't get it done. So, yeah, I had a very busy week this week. It was like 2 weeks in a row, but I got everything done except for one intention, and I'm very proud of that. And so now I feel like I have this last 2 weeks that I can just kind of either accept that I'm not going to finish things and decide what to do with those things. And I'm talking mainly about my 25 for 2025 list. And you know, I want a fresh, clean slate going into 2026. Whether I do have some things that carry over or not, if once I make that decision and let it go, I'll be fine. And you know what? I might have fresh eyes on how I'm going to handle it.
That's
And
right.
it might get knocked out a lot sooner if I just accept it. That's what I'm going to have to do.
Yeah, I'm working until Christmas Eve. We get out early, and then I'm off until January 5th. So I like that time of like wrapping up the year, having your quiet time, getting to start the new year, and like going into like a fresh week. Because I was like, why am I going to go in just for the second to then have the weekend again? I was like, just take the one day and
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. I agree. And the way Christmas and New Year's falls this year, it's so awkward.
Yeah,
You know, like you still got a good chunk in the beginning of the week,
Yes.
you know, and then you've got it on Thursday and then you get that one day. And like my husband does have to go to work the day after Christmas. He was hoping not. He even said, if I could figure out a way I could go in Sunday, I'd rather go in Sunday and get my work week started and that way have it off. And he thought he was going to, and then the schedule, like his dispatcher said, oh, I don't have anything for you Friday. And he's like, okay, that's good. And then she called back shortly after, well, sorry to tell you, something has come up. So he'll have to do it. But the good news is he is on vacation after that. So he won't have to go back to work like you, Lee, until like June the 5th or whatever, or 6th. So that sounds good. So
no, January, you mean? I was like,
January. What did I say? Did I say July? Oh,
June, you said June, but it's all good. It's
June,
all good.
yes. Oh my goodness. Good morning, Alicia. Welcome, welcome.
Yeah, she's
Very
our first here.
Good morning, Olivia. How are you? Olivia's telling us all hello. And Alicia's telling Livia good morning. And I was telling our friends hello. And I'm going to wrap gifts while listening to Holly by Adeline Grace. Very nice. And good morning, Jellicle. I am making peanut clusters and avalanche cookies this morning. Wonderful. Sounds delicious. So how are you doing, Jellicle? And how is your mom doing? Is her healing process going well? Her recovery? So anyway, we look like we're going to have a small crowd this morning. And I think it's because people are up and about trying to get their Christmas stuff done, which is quite understandable. Alicia says, I'm on a wake up and recovery mode this morning. That's okay. That is totally okay. So we are going to go ahead and get started with our intentions. What do you have planned for your power hour today, Laurie?
That's a great question, Kat. I have two things that I prioritize for today, and they're not cooking for tomorrow because we're having family Christmas, and they're not cleaning because I was like, no, I need this, right? But I am torn between going back to the book journal and trying to wrap that up for the year, and or reading the book that I haven't been able to really get to this week, the physical book. So I have both of them read at the ready, and we'll just see where I I don't know, I'll flip a coin or something.
Well, that sounds fun. That's wonderful. And Lee, how about you?
Thank you for the reminder, Laurie. I want to like wrap up my reading log. I have like some books to finish in there. I have to just a little finishing up the little bits. Make my bed. I didn't do that. Reading log, updating my planner, the list of things I have to do. So I'm just going to probably do a couple of those things. And I want to get in a little bit of stretching because I'm feeling super tight. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. I have two things I would like to get to, and that is I want to plan my week. I didn't get to it yesterday. So I want to take care of that. And also I want to update the Artist Way for week 12 because this was our final week. And I finished everything that I needed to do for it. I just need to update in Discord, and then I'll be on my merry way with that. So that will probably take up most of my hour. And if not, I'll figure something out for the rest of the time. I might read. I do have a book that I'm in the middle of that I could read. It's a book of essays, Christmas essays and poems and stuff like that. So that is probably what I will be up to during our time. And Alicia said we had Mickey's Very Merry Christmas party and didn't go to bed until almost 3 a.m. Whoo!
You guys were partying hard over there.
I'm telling you.
It is a big party, though. It's a great party. It's just very crowded, too.
That is amazing that you were even functioning. If I was at 3 a.m., I would still be in the bed. Alicia said I need to work on Christmas cards and baking at some point today. I'll have you know, Alicia, I finally finished my Christmas cards and they have gotten mailed. So I am so happy. I don't know what I was thinking. I should have flip-flopped my Christmas cards. I should have done my family's Christmas cards first, like in November. I don't know when I would have squeezed it in because November was hectic, but I should have done that first and then done my card exchanges at the beginning because I had to wait for addresses and stuff like that to come in. Mm-hmm. No, I just waited and then did them all. So I was like, I will not do that again. Have to make a note to myself. Do not do that again. And Eleanor's here. Hello, Eleanor. Easing into Saturday. Good morning. We welcome you. And hello, Andy. How are you this morning? What are you going to be doing? Are you hanging out with us or are you just being a lurky turkey?
Just lurking in. Yeah, maybe.
And Alicia said, yes, I'm hoping to get mine on Monday. Excellent. And I usually do my cards the first week of December. Yeah, you've been pretty busy also. But Alicia has been fighting illness, not only with herself, but also with her family. So that does take a lot out of you. And Alicia had back-to-back illness. Yeah. It's like she was sick for a long time. She got better and then bam, she got hit again. Yeah. So that's the joys of having young children.
It is indeed.
They bring you a lot of joy and sometimes
germs.
Yes, and germs. Yeah. Joyful germs, right? The germs are joyful, you're not. Yeah, that was not fun at all. Yeah, it was not for you at all. But I'm glad that you are getting healthy again and you'll get your energy back before the end of the year. Okay, so let us get started. I know what I forgot to do. I forgot to get my Pomodoro goodie up here.
Oh, wow.
Yes, I woke up and right out the gate started doing stuff and you know how that is. You get involved and then you forget the things that you need to do.
Mm-hmm.
Usually I try not to get involved in a lot of stuff if I know I have something to do because I can't adhere to times. I don't know if y'all are better about that. I'm terrible with adhering to my times that I need to. Like I'm just not a good person. Like if you have 10 minutes, you know, some people tell you, oh, if you have 10 minutes, knock out these little 1-minute tasks or something.
I do
because nothing takes me a minute. Like everything takes me longer. So I'm not really, that advice is not really good for me.
Gotcha.
Because I get involved and then I'm like the mouse with the cookie. You give the mouse a cookie and then they ask for a glass of milk. Well, it's like I get in the middle of a task and I say, ooh, and then I got to go over here and then I got to go over there. Yep. Before long, it looks like one of those string things in an evidence room where everything's connected, but nothing's making sense.
It's true.
It's me. Okay, so let's get our power hour up and started. Okay, happy power hour, everyone. I hope y'all are very productive. Hello and welcome back. How did y'all do? Laurie, take it away and tell us what you did during Power Hour.
I read the book.
Nice.
Yeah, that was the best decision.
Very nice. Don't you think sometimes when you choose to do that, it kind of relaxes your mind a little bit and gives you a
Yeah,
little bit of a recharge?
I do.
Yeah.
I do. I was struggling with my intentions for the next week, and after I finished reading, I spent a couple minutes and they just came out. So I think I just needed to release something. Yeah.
Yeah, I think sometimes like that's what happens with procrastination for me is
Mhm.
that I have too many things bouncing around in my brain. And it's not so much that I don't want to tackle the task, it's just I feel like there's too much. And
Yeah.
sometimes if you allow yourself to, I don't know, rename what you're doing instead of saying it's procrastination,
Yeah.
you say it's like a recharge, or you're just trying to compartmentalize everything. You have your to-do list, and it's
Right.
just a matter of, let me just take this moment and relax, and then it'll come.
Yeah.
It's almost like going for a walk. I know anytime I go for a walk, it generally energizes my brain enough that I feel a little more empowered to tackle the task.
Yeah. It makes me present too. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
when I walk, because I focus on what I'm looking at and what I'm, if I'm stepping on the cracks from my childhood right in the sidewalk or, yeah, all that stuff.
Yeah, very nice. Gold star.
Thank you. Thank you.
How about you, Lee?
I didn't do any of the things that I wanted to do. I made a grocery list. I made a meal plan, kind of discussed with my family when we're meeting up for like different events coming up next week. And yeah, that was pretty much it. I feel like this flew by. I feel like this was 20 minutes, not an hour.
Mhm. Yeah, the time really does go by quickly. I think that's one of the reasons why I'm bad about, if I don't set a timer to rein myself in, I can get lost in whatever I'm doing because you get into such a flow.
Yeah.
And it's
Mhm.
like you don't really wanna stop, and you don't realize how fast the time goes. I have also started with my timer, like, cheating and doing it, like, 10 minutes earlier because I inevitably go over. Because I don't know about you, I need to finish whatever I'm in the middle of.
Yes.
It makes me kinda crazy if I can't finish, because I'm like, "What if I forget what I was doing and then I can't go back and regain whatever it is that I was in the midst of?" Well,
It's
gold
funny you
star for
said
you
that.
too, Lee.
Thank you. It's funny you said that because I started doing that at work. I used to set like a 15-minute timer before I was going to leave that I would like review what I wanted my morning priorities to be. But I
Mhm.
realized I needed a 15-minute timer before that to finish up what I was working on for the day before I could get to that list.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah. I finally figured that out because 'cause I'm like, "What the use is I don't even know what the use of this alarm is because I'm still not doing what I need to do. Because
yeah.
I really am, and I don't know what the part of my personality is about this, but I think that's one reason why I ended up getting so burnt out with creating content or, like, doing any kind of, like, a project is I would just keep pushing through. And instead of me just working on something for like an hour,
Mhm.
I'd work on it for like 4 hours. And then that was 3 hours of other tasks that I didn't get to. And then I'd be aggravated with myself. I'm like, I'm so far behind. I didn't
Mhm.
get to do XYZ. And in some ways, I kind of felt like I wasn't as productive, even though I worked for 4 hours on that main thing.
Yeah.
It's like, I think because it was one thing and I had all these other things I wanted to work on, I just felt like, I don't want to say a failure. I just felt like, God, you were such a terrible time manager. And I don't know if it's necessarily, I don't think I'm the best time manager, but I just think I need to give myself permission that it's okay to stop and it's okay for something to take 5 days instead of you trying to knock it all out. I think I'm finally getting into the mindset that I would rather take 5 days and complete as much as I can complete and feel way more accomplished and satisfied than powering through and spending 4 hours on something when I had other things to do. Now, if I had 4 hours and I had nothing else to do, that's different.
Yeah.
So I'm trying. That's one of the things in 2026 I'm really going to be trying to buckle down on. I did do my whole entire week. I got my intentions set for next week. And I'm pretty happy. It's going to be kind of busy, but not as busy as the past 2 weeks, which makes me feel better. And then I also updated my artist way. So I got the 2 things that I wanted done.
Good.
And I feel like I get my gold stars for that.
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
So when we went into Power Hour, Carissa joined us. She said, I'm a bit late, but I have some laundry to start, dishes to put away, and a bathroom to clean, which is very productive. And I think, when you can tackle household stuff, that to me is like an accomplishment in and of itself.
Oh, yeah.
My environment most definitely dictates my productivity and my mood. I will tell you.
Yeah, because it helps you focus because you're not looking at all those undone things.
Yeah. The other day, what day was it? It might have been Wednesday. No, not Wednesday. It was Thursday. Thursday, I was super overwhelmed. And what was crazy about it is that's the day I did my artist date. But I was super overwhelmed because I wanted to get all my packages mailed. I wanted to get all my Christmas cards done. I had my book club meeting with Alex later that day. My office looked like a stationery store had like vomited in it. I had stickers and cards and lists and markers and everything everywhere. And I admit I was wearing my cranky pants, and I went to town and mailed my stuff. And I decided I'm doing my artist date today. It wasn't on my plan. It was not on my calendar. I took myself to lunch. I ate my bacon ranch chicken fries and enjoyed myself. And then I went and investigated this little general store around the corner that I have lived here forever, and I've always been curious about this little store. In fact, last week when I went to the farmer's market, I parked across the street from it. And I'm like, I really need to check the shop out. It's Susan's General Store. What's in there? I need to know. So I decided, even though I had things to do at home, I was like, I'm going to go investigate this. Y'all, I want to know, what do you envision when you hear the word general store? What do you think you would find in a general store, Laurie?
Cans of jam and jelly and probably crackers and cheese and I don't know, food, little like maybe organic or beautiful food sometimes if they're fancy. But yeah, that's what I would say.
Okay. What do you think?
I kind of think of the entrance of Cracker Barrel.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I kind of was thinking about that too. I'm thinking, Laura Ingalls Wilder, when they went to town, they went to a general store. So I'm just thinking like that kind of stuff.
Are you thinking like you're envisioning like a counter with like penny candy jars behind it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. And just like, quilts and, all these different things.
Fabric, yeah.
So I walk in. And to the left is like a counter, like a box glassed in case of jewelry. I hadn't even really looked over there because as I walked in, this little dog, but he wasn't really little, mid-sized dog comes to greet me. I tell the lady hello, whatever. And, I just explained to her, I've lived here for very long. I've never been in your shop. And I'm just looking, just looking, investigating. No, that was not what it was. It had a lot of things that you would find in a store like you would think. But as the lady's taking me around, and it's not that I'm a prude by any means, but the first place she like directs my attention that's 50% off are these like novelty adult items.
Oh.
And I'm sitting here looking and I'm like,
It is
Oh, that's
Louisiana.
very, very nice. As I'm looking at this body part with a smiley face on it. And I said, "Oh, that's very nice." And then she proceeds to ask me if I would like some coffee. She just made some vanilla blah blah coffee. And I was like, "Oh, no, thank you. That's fine." So as I'm going through, I'm just noticing some of the items are very like natural. There's like cryptid items like Bigfoot bobbleheads and band-aids with bacon pictures and
Right.
Bigfoot, and then the posters are all like very like retro, but they're like of Marilyn Monroe and Bob Marley and Ziggy Stardust. And it's sort of like something from the past, but not the past I was envisioning.
Right.
I mean, they did have coffee there. They had garden flags. They had, greeting cards and such. But I'm just like, this is not what I envisioned at all. So I was like, I just can't wait to tell my husband about this.
That's a very eclectic general.
Yes. And the people were very nice that owned the store. But I was just thinking to myself, I wonder if they sell a whole lot out of the store. Like it just didn't seem like it fit the vibes of Hammond, Louisiana. I'm just saying.
But the words general store to me mean more like wholesome and purposeful.
Yeah.
Sort of like a hardware store meets home goods.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Something like that. That's just how I envisioned it.
Yeah.
But anyway, I made my pass through and I enjoyed looking at different things and having a chuckle or two. Did not buy anything. But I don't know. It might be something I'll have to say to my husband. Let's go on a field trip to Susan's General Store so you can have the same experience that I had.
You know what my new trend is that I can't look away from is I think it's on TikTok, and it's these people. There's several people that do. There's 2 women that do one. There's several that are 2 guys.
I know exactly what you're going to say. Go ahead.
They go into the Home Goods or whatever store they're in, and they say to the other one on camera, they say, "Do you have a toilet brush with a hedgehog on the top and a hat on his head?" And he's like, "Yes, we do." And then they show you these things. I cannot stop.
They're hilarious.
They are.
That is funny. That's kind of how I felt like this store was. It's sort of like if you were looking for something specific, you would find it.
Yes.
I mean, but there was a section that I thought was interesting too. They had like a lot of, I guess, Wicca type stuff, like, sage. If you wanted to burn the sage in your house, they had like the sage there. You could do that. They also had different colored candles and an explanation of which color the candle, when you burn it in your home, like if it's for prosperity or if it's for hope or healing or whatever. I thought that was fascinating. But it was just, that's the thing about expectations, people. When you have expectations, you have to just be able to admit to yourself, I had these expectations and they were just not met the same way.
That's right. I'm telling you.
But it was a good adventure. It was a nice little artist date. And I will tell you, I still had my cranky pants on, but I came home and I walked. And after I walked, I felt a little bit better. And then I said, before I do anything else, I am cleaning that office up, because that is what's making me cranky, was that. I'm telling you, as soon as I cleared off everything, I felt like I could breathe. And I'm like, okay, put away my cranky pants and put on my positive pants. And I was good. Good for the rest of the time. So we also had somebody pop in. I'm guessing it's Cage Him 4. I don't know how I pronounce that.
No, but
it looks like a puppy dog. It looks like a Belgian Malinois.
I love that dog.
I'm a fan of Belgian Malinois and German Shepherds. I guess now Golden Retrievers, now that I have one. Wow, never had one before, never knew. And Bailey has been full of surprises, I will tell you. She has been BAD this week. I don't know what she's going through, what she's trying to tell us. Maybe we're not paying enough attention to her this week. Maybe because I've been so busy. But, she's been horrible about taking stuff out of my burn bucket and she'll take the paper out and she's ripping it into confetti all over the place. I'm like, what are you doing, girl? What are you doing? So, yeah. And she wouldn't bite us, but you go to get it out. She holds it in her teeth and she gives you the eyeballs like up and down.
I'm not letting go. That's what Agnes does.
And then I go to get it and she's like, and I'm like, okay, come on. So I'll go and get a treat. And Barry said, maybe that's her whole thing.
She wants
you go get her a treat. She drops it and then she gets the treat. So like, yeah, she's smart. She's smart. She's not fooling. I mean, I guess she is fooling me, but she's not fooling anybody else. Carissa says, I've been putting things off all week and I would really like to get a lot of things done today. I don't blame you. I know what that's like. It's like it hangs over your head like a storm cloud.
It's true.
So I was asking Jellicle about her mom, and she said her mom started PT this month. She's still on non-weight bearing, but this is to decrease muscle atrophy and increase mobility in preparation for weight bearing. Very good. She's making progress, though, Jellicle.
Yeah, that's right.
And Courtney's popped in. Courtney works nights, so I appreciate the fact that she popped in, passing through as I work tonight. So I was about to go to bed. Just wanted to say hello and hope all is well with everyone. Happy holidays, and happy holidays to you too, Courtney. Livia was telling Carissa and Courtney hello. And then Jellicle said avalanche cookies are done, and I got breakfast made. Gold star.
Yeah.
Livia wrapped all of her gifts. Gold star. Very good. And Alicia said I was able to eat breakfast, drink some coffee, talk to hubby about last night. Check out our cookie haul. The ornament is adorable. Sending pictures to Kat. Ooh. Did you send it Instagram? Let's see. If she sent it Instagram, I will share. And I'm going to everything but Instagram. I've got all these red numbers, and it's like, so I'm pointing to that. Okay, yes. I don't know if it'll show.
Oh, that's adorable.
Isn't that cute?
No, yeah.
Very nice. I like it. Very, very nice. And I like that it's dated, so it's clearly a collectible item.
Yeah.
Alicia's like, what kind of store? It was called Susan's General Store. That is literally what it was called. And when you look at the outside, I took a picture and put it in the Artist Way Discord, because that's what it was for, the artist date. The outside window, they have like a little house and little things, or whatever. Let me see if I can pull that up and I can show.
I gotta go there next time I'm over your way. I gotta see this.
We'll have to go have lunch and go investigate Susan's. Yes. Even my husband, when I told my husband's like, I thought there was ordinances about that in Hammond. I'm like, clearly not. I mean,
there are parameters.
You can really see, but that's like in the window, and that's where's the sign? And that's the sign.
All right.
So, and the sign has a horse on it, but I don't know. I mean, like I said, they were very friendly, and I think I was just taken aback. I think if I go back again, I'll be there with a little more purpose about, okay, well, they had greeting cards and they had this and that. Now I know kind of like what to expect.
Yeah, in Florida.
And I think because I was startled by the first thing the lady told me that was 50% off, that I was just like,
because she could have saved that for the end, right? Yeah.
Like, oh my gosh, what is the universe trying to tell me here?
Whenever we go to Florida to visit family or whatever, I'm always struck by all of the stores that are the billboards for the stores on the side of the road, all of them with all the videos and, accoutrement for your love life. And, just they have women in different places that dance and whatnot, just like, I mean, no offense against Florida. I lived there for a while myself, although not willingly because my mom and dad made us move. But Florida is like the capital of porn shops. I swear.
Oh, really? Really? Well, and I guess I can't really say that the general store is that. It kind of reminded me of, it kind of was like, you remember Spencer's? I don't even know if Spencer's even exists anymore. Okay. It kind of reminded me of part Spencer's, part flea market,
Yeah.
art, some general store items. Like if
Yeah.
you would see, there was like one section where they had garden flags and little gnomes and that
Yeah.
kind of stuff. So it was just like, it was sort of like not really knowing what your niche was.
Right. So you're just going to throw it all in there at once. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's what I thought was so interesting about it. I mean, I do think it was, I guess it's a kind of place that would be a fun place for you to go if you were looking for like part of the store, gag gifts for somebody, a
Yeah.
birthday, bridesmaids, that, you know, that kind of stuff.
Right.
But
I mean,
yeah.
I think it works. But yes, if you ever go to Florida, beware. Those are not a mix of things. They're all focused on one angle.
Yeah, we used to have an adult store in Hammond. I don't think it's still there. And I remember I was working at Holy Ghost at the time, and one of my partner teachers wanted to go in there and buy a gag gift for our other partner teacher because she was having a birthday. And she knew how Jenny was, you know, or whatever. And she said it didn't really dawn on her, because Hammond's a small town. She's like, it really didn't dawn on her until she walked in that what if somebody was passing by, like passing by as she's walking into the shop,
Yeah.
or she sees a parent or somebody in the
Right.
store. She's like, oh my
Yes.
God, I didn't even think about it. And how lame, even if I'm saying I'm buying this for a friend for her birthday, that's the oldest excuse in the book.
Yeah.
I'm sure you were.
And so I said, well, better you than me.
It's true. It's like the people you see in the airport videos where they're checking their luggage because something's making noise inside their luggage. And that really does happen more than you would think. They find stuff they didn't want to find. That's right.
Jellicle said there was a general store where I used to live, but was a little country store gas station. They sold wine, beer, basic groceries, candies, chips, and hats and ammo. Yeah, that's kind of like what I'm thinking of too.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you so much, Alicia, for sending that. I love it.
That's gorgeous.
And Jamie said, good morning, ladies, getting ready for work, but wanted to pop in and hit the like button. Well, we appreciate that. Thank you, Jamie. I hope you have a good day at work, and I hope you're going to get some holidays so you can relax with family. Okay, so let's see what everybody, I'm like trying to figure out where I'm at, what our intentions are for the upcoming week. What do you have planned, Laurie?
I wrote down so many that I really don't need to use all of these, but I just threw them down. I threw them down. So I am deciding on a book journal choice for the next year. I'm not sure I want to do this artistic experience again. I think I found one on Facebook or something, and it's $30 and it has all of it put together for you. And I'm thinking that's really what's most important to me, is not the designing at this point in my life, but it's the stats and the tracking and the, so I got to do something about that because I don't know what to do.
Can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a question about that? Did you have a journal prior that was kind of mapped out for you? And that's
I've always done it myself. I've always
okay. It might have been somebody else. It might have been Kelsey, I think, had it mapped out and it didn't work for her. So that's why she went to
I know. It's tricky. It could go either way. I could not do anything. You know what I mean? It's just, I don't know, but I'll figure it out. I'm gonna clean my house because we have family Christmas tomorrow at my kids, my son and his family. So I don't have to do anything for that, but bring food. But we have family Christmas for Lisa's side of the family and ours on Tuesday night. So I have to clean and make food for those people. We have a few presents we have to finish buying. I want to watch Christmas movies.
Yes.
Next few weeks have you all read Jenny Bayless's 12 Dates for Christmas or something like that?
No.
My daughter and I listened to it years ago, and it's so fun. So they made it into a film, Hallmark movie, and it's it was lovely. It really was. But it was dropped every two episodes every week until last night was the last one. So we finished that up. I want to read. I want to read and read and read and read. I have to film some content and hopefully get ahead. So I'm not doing that on Christmas Day or anything. Schedule lunch with my friend. And then, of course, I'd like to finish this book because it's a book club selection for the end of the month. And I like to stay ahead a little bit if I can. And that, I think, will do it. I'm going to work a little here and there, but I'm not going to do too much.
I've watched 2 Christmas movies so far this entire season. I'm a little bit behind, but I would recommend both of them. The first one is Red One. I think that's what it's called, Red One.
Oh,
with,
yeah.
J.K. Simmons and The Rock. It was cute. It was cute. And then the Cozy Cottage Book Club, we read the book All Is Calm, which I need to finish. But we also watched the movie. She kind of tries to pair a movie with the book. And I can't always make the movie, but the movie was Christmas in Connecticut with Barbara Stanwyck. I had never seen it before. I think it was released in like 1945, so it's black and white, but it's a very, very cute movie. There is a character in there named Felix who is so cute. Catastrophe. Everything is catastrophe because he learns what a catastrophe is. And it's just one of those things. That's like a
great one. Yeah,
it just really is cute. So if you have not watched Christmas in Connecticut, and apparently there is a remake of it.
There is.
A friend of mine told me that there is a remake. It was actually directed or produced by Arnold Schwarzenegger, but it stars Diane Cannon, Chris Christopherson, and another celebrity. I can't think of who the other celebrity is. I guess it's whoever's going to play Felix. But I'll have to check it out. She thinks, though, it was like a made-for-TV movie or something like that.
Yeah, it's not as
like I said, I had never heard of the movie, and I had never heard of the remake, obviously. But I will tell you something that I loved about it. The main character, Barbara Stanwyck, her name was Elizabeth. They called her Liz for short. Her outfits in the movie were so beautiful. Like, I'm like, women back then just dressed so beautifully. Like, and it was just their everyday outfits. I mean, I myself would not personally want to dress to the nines like that all the time.
Oh, yeah.
But I just thought, like, boy, her outfits, that was one thing that stood out to me, was just how she was dressed, all the time.
Where did you see it? Was it streaming somewhere?
It's not streaming for free anywhere. I ended up I rented it on Amazon Prime. Okay. If it is streaming somewhere else, Mary, who organized it, couldn't find it.
Yeah, probably isn't. Yeah. It's an old one for sure.
Yeah, it's old. It's an old one for sure. And also another thing that was interesting too is, it's World War II was taking place at that time, probably when they were filming it and everything. And so there is a little bit of that World War II in there in the beginning, just because that's part of how the movie, what happens in the movie. Not that it's anything bad about World War II, but just that there's a character in there.
Yeah, the context. Yeah.
Yeah. So I thought that was pretty interesting too.
Yeah, I'm glad you liked it. Yeah. Well, the 12 Dates of Christmas is nothing like deep and rich and intellectual. It's just fun. And it does depart from the book a good bit, but we were okay with that too.
Yeah, but it's fun. I mean, I think
we loved it. Yeah.
How about you, Lee? What's on your agenda for the week?
Nice. Well, you guys watch a lot more Christmas movies than I do, because I haven't watched any in I don't know how many years. My sister's like a Hallmark addict, so she watches every one when they come out. But I did see like a little clip on like a short or whatever of Crown for Christmas, which apparently came out in 2015. So I'm going to watch that.
Good. Okay.
But so my intentions are to enjoy the holidays and just be present in the moment of all of them.
Good.
Get Marcus's car inspected because, 2 weeks ago he said he was going to do it and didn't. So that means I have to go do it.
Yeah.
I'm going to do 3 strength training workouts. I should have time because I will have off toward the end of the week. I have 1 Conqueror race that I'm in the middle of, Los Angeles, which I have like 12 miles left. So I'm confident I can get that done.
Yay.
And then reschedule my dentist appointment because I just don't want to do it this year. So I'm going to push it off.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, I love that. I love it. Yeah, I
colonoscopy.
like your end of the year no.
Yes.
Exactly. Yeah.
Say
Yeah.
no to the dentist for a little while. Yeah.
Well, speaking of dentist, my intentions this week is I do need to go to the dentist on Monday. When my son and I went to go get our teeth cleaned, not this past week. On the 8th? We went on the 8th to get our teeth cleaned. My son has been complaining about his jaw, and TMJ or whatever, the dentist was like, well, this could be an issue for you. I see something significant here. So we're going to try a splint, I think is what they called it.
Mm-hmm.
So they had to have one, they had to scan his mouth, and they had one made for him. So we have to go tomorrow. Not tomorrow, Monday, to pick it up and see if that works. If not, then he is going to have to investigate getting an MRI on that to see what needs to be done. So fingers crossed, positive vibes that this actually helps him, and we don't have to go down that route. I also need to feed my youngest son's cats Wednesday through Saturday. So I have to drive to the Denham Springs area for those days. He did tell me yesterday that they're going to only drive 2 days there and 2 days back. They're going to Arizona. So that knocked off 2 days for me to go. So I only have to go Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, take care of the cats. So that's on my agenda. And then I am in week 3 of my body program. I'm very happy about my progress with this because I have done it every day for the first 2 weeks, Monday through Friday. I'm just like loving the little instructor. She really makes me happy. She's just very high energy and very and then she does like get in your woot woot zone and all this stuff. So I don't know. And every day that we work out, it's not live, it's a pre-taped thing, but she has a quote for the day. And I love that. I love that we start off with like that quote for the day. Anyway, so I'm in week 3 and I want to really wrap up my 25 for 2025 list. So I just want to come to terms with what I have completed, which I think I've done a lot this year. So I'm very happy about that. And then I really, really need to cement my word for the year. Gretchen Rubin has chosen Move 26 for her challenge this year, which I think is amazing because I'm going to be moving every day in 2026. So I'm happy about that. And I do need to still put some things on my 26 for 2026 list. So I'm hoping I can narrow that down as well. But I need that one word theme. I picked explore, but I'm not 100% feeling it.
Struggled too. I think I had ended up picking either create or manifest, but now I'm thinking about ease.
I like that.
So, yeah, I make everything seem like it's going to be so hard. So,
yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I've been kind of thinking, and there's been some words that have come through the artist way that have kind of, after I chose explore, but I was like, I don't know, what do I want to do? And then one thing that I noticed that Gretchen and her sister do is they don't necessarily sometimes they just pick a random thing. Like Gretchen's word last year was door because she was having the empty nest. And instead of thinking of it as an empty nest, she was thinking of it as a door, an open door. And so I was thinking maybe I need to pick a word and then see what the symbols are for it and that be my word. So that I can have a vision of being that, kind of thing. I don't know. I'm not 100% on that yet, but we'll see. I mean, that's what I have on my agenda. It's going to be just I just want to have a nice, easy week this week.
Yeah. Good for you.
Yeah.
So Jellicle said, I still have to make the peanut clusters and wrap presents. I have book club this afternoon and a friend winery meetup tomorrow. That sounds nice.
Yeah.
Very, very nice. And Alicia said, my intentions for this weekend are baking, working on reading journal pages set up, and Christmas wrapping. And Alicia says, I'm behind on all things Christmas. Yeah, I get that. That's how I was feeling. Angelical said, my favorite movie I've seen this year is on Amazon, and it's called This Is Christmas. A young man who rides a commuter train every day with the same people decides to bring holiday spirit to them.
Oh,
This Is Christmas. I might have to look at that.
yeah,
I didn't make a Christmas list this year for my movies. Normally I do, but I did not this year.
I always rewatch Love Actually because I love it so much, but Sarah was home that night and I forgot how sexual it is.
It is very sexual. Very sexual. I do need to do a rewatch of that as well. My husband and I watch that every Christmas as well. It's one of my favorite movies. It's in my top 5 of movies. And it's like you try to pick.
Go ahead.
I said you try to pick one of the stories out of the anthology you like the most, and it's so hard because you like something about everyone.
Yeah, it's true. Did you know that Emma Thompson was going through the divorce of her husband, at the same time she was in the filming that about her life? And I did not know
that. So, her performance, that might be what helped her with that performance because it was so authentic, and it's so sad at that moment.
Yeah.
Like I well up all the time at that one scene because talk about expectations.
Yeah.
And then that whole exchange. But I will tell you, talk about a wonderful, look, I got balloons. Yay. Talk about a wonderful cast of actors.
Oh, yes. It was just so
top notch.
Yeah, it was
top
really
notch.
good. If you haven't seen Love Actually, it's great. Yeah.
Yeah. If you haven't seen it, friends,
yeah, it's not as campy as some of the Hallmark ones for sure. It's got
it's got some serious themes in it, and you've got a range. You've got a range of characters.
Yeah.
And
it's fun. Yeah.
It is fun. It's one of my favorite Christmas. So that is a wrap, friends. Can you believe it?
Are we getting together next week? I was trying to remember. Yes, we are.
Yes,
right?
Next week I have us doing episode 38. If you can join us, we would love that. I will tell you, friends, that I've had such a good time with Saturday Morning Momentum. I didn't know what was going to happen with this when Liz and I first went down, this rabbit hole of deciding what we were going to do.
Yeah.
I had no idea that I was going to be joined by 3 other lovely ladies, Laurie, Lee, and Jen. And Liz and I are just ecstatic about how it's progressed, and that the community that we have that comes for Saturday Morning Momentum, we just really, I love it. I love the support. I embrace it. And we are going to be back for another year. So if anybody that finds these beneficial, please join us next year. We're going to have a different tagline because it's going to be 2026. So there's not any more Thrive in 2025. But believe me, it's going to be about empowering yourself for sure. And we have a couple of different little things that we're going to add to kind of shake things up a little bit. So, I'm excited about the new year and a blank slate, fresh start. And we're going to kick off our next year on January 3rd. So we're not taking any time off, friends. We are not taking any time off. We will be here for the last episode for 2025 next Saturday, 8 a.m. And then our first episode for 2026 on January 3rd.
Yay!
Love it.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm excited about that, but I do appreciate everyone who supports Saturday Morning Momentum. I appreciate my West Coasters who get up so early to join us, because I know that is an effort for y'all, especially on a Saturday morning. If you're not having to work necessarily to get up, that means a lot to me, a great deal to me. It does not go unnoticed. I appreciate everyone coming. But I do know for them
it's got in the middle of the day. She's
our West Coasters though have to get up.
Yeah,
the sun is up when they're early to join us. But yeah, we do appreciate y'all very much. We appreciate you, Alicia, and all your nice words. Thank you for being here. She says, I love that you guys created this. Well, that means a lot. And cheers to another year. Thank you. Thank you. So on that note, have a wonderful weekend, everyone, and a Merry Christmas. And we'll see you back here next week.
Soon. Bye, everybody.
Bye.